What is up, everybody? You're live with the Prodigy, and I wish I was coming over here with some much better news, some more entertaining news. I was hoping I would have never had to do a podcast like this, even though everything I said about SummerSlam. We'll see. It ain't looking good so far, even though it'll be 4 hours from my house. I don't even know if I'm going to attend SummerSlam 3 months from now, August 5th. I don't know if I have any interest of going. I don't know why I will continue to watch this product that just continues to disappoint in every single way possible. And keep in mind, this is something I've watched since I've been a very little child for a long time. Now, I've seen it bastardize itself. I've seen it compromise itself, prostitute itself for pettiness, for ego, for agendas, for fan service to the wrong type of people. It's just in every single way imaginable, this product is disintegrating right in front of our eyes. Like it's quite crazy how it's gotten this bad, and as I tag this up, hopefully OSJ and folks, they're probably burned out, honestly, from talking about this bullshit. They probably don't even want to talk about it. We'll find out if they want to talk about it. Excuse me. As I tag everybody, who am I forgetting to tag here? The crew, Josh. A lot of them are probably tired of talking about it. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't blame them if they was tired of talking about this shit and they just want to do something else. But I had to do this video. Because I know a lot of my fans. I joined TikTok today, and boy, is it a lot of toxic nerds over there. Wrestling nerds are like locusts. Like these motherfuckers are every goddamn where. Like you cannot escape these goddamn people. You cannot you can't escape these motherfuckers. They're everywhere, dude. They're at the shows, all up in the videos. Like Suge Knight said, they're everywhere, dude. Like these motherfuckers actually think that Triple H was trending at one point. Andrade is trending now. Lesnar is trending still. And I'm sorry, this is getting off to a slow start. I just want to make sure we tag this because we're going to give a thorough lashing to this show because it's the shit I've seen tonight. And I haven't read online yet. Maybe before I go to bed. When I first got up, I want to play the game. I need to start a Red Fall 2 tonight. I just didn't feel like being inundated by nerds when I first walked up. I was like, you know what? I'll just do that shit later in the day, honestly. So that's kind of what we went with it. We talked several times about Andrade since he's trending right now. Before I go deeper to the video, because I'm tagged it up on Twitter. We talked about Andrade and about maybe, a change of scenery would do him a lot of good right now. Especially that the simple fact he's not happy in AEW. He's just not happy being there. So it's time for a change. I think him and Dominic Mysterio and Vicky Guerrero can do some things as a kind of a foil to the LWO. The LWO is a strange, they don't quite work out as baby faces. Like that's a heel group. It's designed to be heelish. So you can't really do a whole lot. Is my phone on? Because I don't want 1 second. I don't want, even though StreamYard is spotty. I can't get to my phone right now, but I want to say I turned the Wi-Fi off. StreamYard is quite spotty. But the death of WWE, the funeral of WWE. Why is this the funeral of WWE? A lot of people might be asking, which is a really good question. The reason it's the funeral to WWE is for the simple fact that they stopped focusing on why people watch pro wrestling. It's not because of the wrestling moves. It's not because of 5-star matches. It's not because all this obscure, my move is named this, my move is named that. You got to know this about me. It's not supposed to cater to only a small niche, probably loud, vocal minority of a crowd. And we're going to get to the Puerto Rico crowd. It was a hot crowd. We're going to get to that, why it was that way in just a second. Pro wrestling has completely gotten away from why it was popular to begin with. And I'm doing this shit tonight because I'll be at work tomorrow night. And when I get off at 9-ish, I don't want to talk about wrestling. I'm going to do something else. I'm probably going to play the game. I don't give a shit about wrestling. And Raw is probably not going to be nothing special. It's the follow-up of the draft. The draft classes are dog shit awful, so it's not going to be that much of a difference. And I'm going to get into some of these comments of these fools on TikTok. I might put them up. These people are foolish. Like I said, it don't matter what social media platform you go to. These goddamn assholes are everywhere. They're like locusts. Like I said, they take over and suck on and leech everything to the point where a lot of average casual people working everyday class people with regular jobs, they don't want to get on social media and deal with these psychotic people. They got other shit. Sometimes they just want to get on social media and relax, have a casual conversation, maybe crack a joke. Everybody's so sensitive and want to hurt you because you have a different opinion now. These people are out of their damn minds. And now everyday casual people just don't want to be bothered with this shit. You can't blame them. But let's get to the positive, because most of what I'm going to focus on this video will be extremely negative. That's your discretionary warning right there. The Puerto Rico crowd was extremely hot for Backlash. Going into a prior, probably knowing this card was going to be awful. See, the thing we have to understand about out-of-country cards like Puerto Rico, like Canada, when WWE column a whole bunch of numbers, I'm just going to call you column 7657. I'm not sure where they're from. Twitch. They're from Twitch. He said, I think Brock Lesnar wins the tournament. I don't think so. I think Cody Rhodes is going to win the tournament. Or some British jack-off UK person. The issue here is, thank you, Callum, by the way. The problem, why the Puerto Rico crowd actually likes this show, because they don't get wrestling all the time there. Since Bruiser Brody was murdered in 1988, WWE doesn't go to Puerto Rico very much anymore. A lot, just as a rah-rah to Brody, even though I have my opinions about why Brody, he put that on himself. I'm going to be honest with you. Bruiser Brody, it might be unpopular, he put that on himself. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But since the Bruiser Brody murder, WWE hasn't gone to Puerto Rico very often. They went in 2005 for the New Year's Revolution pay-per-view. That was pretty much it. They might have went for like a little small shot. I don't remember the last time they went to the Caribbean. Since the early Ruthless Aggression era, they don't go to the Caribbean very much often. Because I remember they was there a lot back when Batista was champion and when Eddie Guerrero and all them was alive. They were down there quite a bit. I remember them going down there. But they don't go to Puerto Rico very often. This crowd was hot for this show. That's the only positive. Oh, and Carlito Caribbean Cool coming out there doing this shit. I've always thought Carlito retired too early. I respect his decision to want to go work exclusively for his father and help out, International Wrestling Cartel. I think that's what's called, IWC Puerto Rico. I really appreciate him being loyal to his father and wanting to go down there and help his father out. However, Carlito had a hell of a run left when he retired in 2010 from WWE. I miss Carlito a lot. It's cool to see him. He came out there, did his thing against Rey Mysterio. With the exception of those two things, I was not anticipating this match at all. Even a Brock Lesnar match, which I'm not surprised he lost, because that's Triple H for you. That's his regime and their nonsensical booking. That's that for you. So with that said, hope my internet doesn't go. The StreamYard signal is really, really weak because everything else is pretty much working up here. It's a pretty weak signal. Let me close out some of these YouTube videos. Maybe that'll help out a little bit. Okay, boom, close that. Okay, so yeah, those are and like I said, with the Puerto Rico crowd, they're just not burned out because they don't get wrestling all the time. It's special when it comes down there, and they might have Peacock, but they're probably not ordering all these WWE pay-per-views. So the crowd was hot because Puerto Rico is probably a baseball city. They might have a soccer team, but that's mostly a baseball community. So they don't really get inundated with wrestling all the time. Maybe a little bit of indie wrestling, but that's about it. Puerto Rico is still believable as far as what I understand. Their culture is different than the United States. I think they still have a relatively violent culture, which is a surprise. Maybe some of them fans leaked down there because of the indies. But Puerto Rico, back in the day, as Scott Hall used to say when he used to wrestle down there back in the 80s and 90s, you couldn't be a ha-ha heel. Because in the news back in the day in Puerto Rico, if you got shot, execution shot, they showed it that way in the news. It was a very violent society. That's how it is down there. Very revolutionary energy down there. But since I guess by them being a territory of the United States, they've kind of adopted a lot of main island American customs. But I think a lot of it has to do with the fact they just don't get wrestling down there all the time. So they were hot for this show. This show was god-awful. Other than that, I want to focus on two specific booking decisions that led to this show being absolutely god-awful. And that's almost losing to Seth Rollins, who everybody knows. Seth Rollins probably be the most person I despise the most for a lot of, some of it's personal. A lot of it is he's been over-pushed despite deserving the amount of TV time he gets. He does nothing for WWE numbers. He's been heavily featured since he won the title at WrestleMania in 2015. That's 8 years of this motherfucker. It just made 8 years in March of him being overly forced down our throat. He does nothing for the numbers. He's an injury botch work rate machine. He hasn't injured anybody lately, but after the people he injured, I wouldn't want to get in the ring with Seth Rollins. He injured Sting. He injured himself. He injured Seth Rollins, or not Seth Rollins. He injured Finn Balor right when he got the title, and he injured John Cena. The fact that John Cena was okay working with him after that I don't know if Seth Rollins blew John Cena backstage or what, because I'm pretty sure Vince was furious when Seth Rollins recklessly broke John Cena's nose. And everybody's going to make excuse, Triple H mainly, he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. Because that's Triple H's boy. I think a lot of it's because they have big noses and they both had long hair. Triple H loves Seth Rollins for whatever reason. He's a talentless, probably because he's talentless and boring like him. That's probably like Triple H likes this motherfucker. I don't understand other than that why Seth Rollins is perceived as such a big deal. Mainly with me, if you don't draw or you don't bring in attention as far as numbers, I'm not going to ever take you serious. People can say whatever they want. With me, you will never win an argument with me without presenting numbers, metrics, or logic. It's not going to happen. Don't even waste your time. And until somebody can prove to me why Seth Rollins that Seth Rollins is a draw, I'm never going to take him serious. So you sacrifice Seth Rollins, or I'm sorry, you sacrifice Omos. People can say whatever they want about Omos, and a lot of it I understand. He's not that great in the ring. But the trick with that is, how about you make his matches shorter? That's a microcosm, short matches, of the overall problem in WWE. And the overall problem in WWE is matches are too long, they don't have storylines, and then you have people who look like they couldn't break an egg, let alone throw a punch in a fight in these matches in main event spots. And you wonder why WWE has progressively been losing 10% of its audience for the last 10 years. If you look at 20 years, they've been losing about 5 to 10%, where it rapidly accelerated in like 2012. That's when it started getting bad. Prior to that, they'll lose maybe 200,000-300,000. It got really bad, like to the millions in the 2013. And it's been pretty much hovering, I would say, at about 2017, it started hovering just under 2 million for Raw, which Raw is the flagship show. That shit shouldn't even be happening. Now, if SmackDown wasn't really a play, I will understand that. SmackDown comes on Fox, and people, you don't need cable to have it. So that's honestly the only reason I think that SmackDown does well, because you don't need cable to watch shitty SmackDown. It's just something on. People probably have it on while friends are over, while they're having drinks or something. Whatever. This one match where Rey Mysterio looks fine, or whoever was on the roster at the time, Jeff Hardy, or somebody that looks believable that they recognize probably when wrestling was good 15 years ago. That's the people that they stop and watch for. After that, they go out and do whatever their Friday night activities is planned to be. Wrestling is so dead right now. It's not even funny. And I would have did this tomorrow after work, but I'm not coming home focused on wrestling tomorrow, because I have a strong feeling that Raw is going to be dog shit awful tomorrow. I got to see who's left to be drafted, but I'm pretty sure that show is going to be dog shit. So Seth Rollins being almost has to be one of the most nonsensical things. I'm not surprised. When I saw that Seth Rollins was booked in this match against Omos, I was like, Omos is probably about to lose. So this is 2 L's in a row for Omos. He lost to Lesnar, which is not the worst thing. It's Brock Lesnar. But what did Brock Lesnar getting out of beating Omos? He could have put Omos over. Took a break for a while, came back at that Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, because we already know Saudi want Brock Lesnar. Even if it's in Brock doesn't even have to go for a title. Saudi just want him because they know he's a big star. And Endeavor understands he's a star. Endeavor and Vince McMahon. I don't understand why y'all allowing Triple H still run the show. Maybe he'll be gone by June or July when they finally take over the company. And this Triple H, his last attempt at getting this shit in. I'm going to get it in. I'm going to get my shit in before I'm gone. Maybe this is his last-ditch attempt. That's what it feels like to me. Because besides that, this is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Seth Rollins, I don't care how the match is booked. None of that. Oh, he had to beat him with 2 fists. I don't care. The point is, Seth Rollins doesn't have any business being in the ring with Omos, let alone beating Omos. Omos is a young talent that you're building up. Seth Rollins has enough victory. Shouldn't he be at the point in his career where he's putting people over? Because he's god awful. The comic books don't want him. Well, I don't know. Disney and Marvel are SJW cucks now. Maybe they want Seth Rollins now. But old school Disney wouldn't have wanted him. He's not a fucking star. They want people like John Cena, Batista, The Rock. You know, actual stars. That's who Disney, Marvel, and DC want. They don't want this clown that does nothing for numbers, that's not culturally relevant. What can you do with Seth Rollins? He's a goofy jerk off that's married to a woman that looks tougher than him. She calls herself the man, and he's okay with that. Why would any corporation want to get behind a respectable, reputable corporation? Why would they want to get behind somebody like Seth Rollins? He can't do anything he's not the measuring stick or role model for it. What kid wants to be Seth Rollins? Move, mommy, give me that Seth Rollins dial. Says no kid ever. This is goddamn ridiculous that this dude won his title. I'm sorry, not won the title. He beat Omos. You might well say he won the title because Triple H all got him in matches. The second thing is that makes this absolutely ridiculous. I would say the coup de grace of everything wrong with wrestling. And they're wasting an opportunity with this. Cody Rhodes beat Brock Lesnar in a match. Yes, you heard me right. Cody Rhodes beat Brock Lesnar in a match. And I'm pretty sure he talked his way into getting into this match because Cody Rhodes is part Dominican. His mom, or Cuban rather. His mom is Cuban. They were in the Caribbean. Please, Vince, please let me beat Brock. It's in my home backyard down in the Dominican Republic, the Caribbean. It's for the Cuban people. I put myself in pictures with Martin Luther King. Please, Vince. Because you know he got the spitting Daffy Duck lisp when he talks. This motherfucker actually beat Brock Lesnar in a fight. I cannot believe those words just left my mouth, but it happened. And this is indicative of where WWE TV is gone. And it's absolutely goddamn ridiculous. This pay-per-view was already dog awful just off the card without these results or the aftermath of this match. It was already bad. The rest of the card didn't even matter. Bianca went against some girl nobody knows. Matt Riddle is a goofball. I heard he came out with some type of bag or sack, Minecraft, some shit. Whatever it was, it sounded dumb. Prior to that, Matt Riddle wasn't doing shit because he was in love with Randy Orton. This is a guy that legitimately knocked the guy out in 15 seconds in Dana White's Contender Series. And hopefully, when that endeavor finally takes over wrestling, they will smack some sense into WWE and say, y'all cannot be ruining people with this dumb shit like Matt Riddle. This card was garbage. And I got it up right here. I can read it. What's up, Omari? I already sent your thing. Check the inbox. I sent you your demo. And we ain't going to be on here too much longer. I'll try to get OSJ a little bit of time, but I'm not going to be on too much long because I need to eat dinner and I want to play the game. I'm not going to talk about wrestling all night. Here's the card for Survivor Series. It was as follows. Austin Theory went against Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed. That match was fucking 6 minutes, but Bad Bunny and Damian Priest was 25 minutes. And I saw that match. It had a lot of fake-looking spots. Bad Bunny's okay. Got to have a respect for him for getting that WrestleMania match. He's not that big of a deal outside of Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico was the right spot for him, but Bad Bunny's not that big of a deal. Please don't use him very much after this. Big ups to him for getting his money for his concerts. He's not that big of a deal, though. So Bunny was there. Ripley went against Zelina. That match was probably okay. That was a girl's match. I'm actually okay because both of them I actually care about. Zelina's a good heel. She has good psychology. Rhea is an up-and-coming wrestler. That match was okay, probably. The Zelina versus Ripley, that was probably fine. The Bloodline was in the 6-man tag. This looked like an episode of Raw that so happened to have Brock Lesnar in it. That's all it looks like. This pay-per-view looks terrible. We've seen the Bloodline fight to death. That's nothing special. Zelina and Ripley, that's a new one. We've never seen that. Theory and Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed, like when you put Bronson Reed in that match, it didn't even fucking matter no more. It didn't even matter when you put fucking Bronson in that match. Like you were pretty much done as far as credibility or any believability in that match when you put that fat piece of shit Bronson Reed up in there, who came out on an episode of Raw and people didn't even know who he was. It was probably in the South or the Midwest because the Psycho WWE fans are scattered between two regions. They're on the West Coast and the East Coast in the United States. That's the only places they go. That's why WWE only goes to mainly those places. The Midwest and Southerners, who I call the backbone of the United States, the real people, like the people that's gun conscious and that's not with all this feminizing the United States and all that crap, they live in the South and in the Midwest. So those people who have normal functioning minds, the women too, those are the women that watch football. They're housewives that love football, that look at wrestlers like, I could beat him up. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Southern women that think that way. Because wrestlers now, when you got people that look like Johnny Gargano and featured matches on Raw, you have to be out of your damn mind. When Seth Rollins is a guy who you building your show around, when Cody Rhodes is somebody you building your show around, I don't care how tough he thinks he is, Cody Rhodes is a clown. Nobody could take him serious with that goofy blonde haircut, that dumb neck tattoo, no physique. He looks like he's wearing a diaper. I don't care how much you leech off your father, who I respected a lot. Stuff, man. We're the thing on 17, baby. I used to actually respect Dusty Rhodes because he was actually talented, especially for a guy that most people consider overweight and probably not deserving to be in the ring. Dusty was damn talented. He created shit like the War Games. He created a lot of shit in WCW. He booked a lot of play. He created NXT. He taught these useless hacks like Bailey and Kevin Owens and Sasha and Charlotte actual character work, how to cut a mic, how to get into your character, how to feel your character. I was listening to an interview the other day with the great Clifton Powell, who played Pinky, nigga. Pinky. He was Chauncey on Menace to Society. That guy. He's got other good roles he's been in. He's been in a lot of shit. I was listening to him in a podcast recently, and he was talking about what makes a good young actor and advice that good young actors should take. And he focused on how you have to get into your character before you even get on the screen. He called it method acting. That's a problem with a lot of these wrestlers and why they're not that believe. They're not method acting. With the exception of a few people, you don't take nobody serious. A modern wrestler was good at. Asuka's pretty good, even though she doesn't speak much English. Asuka's good. Bianca's okay. Rey Mysterio's great. Brock Lesnar. I'm trying to think of like a real good example of somebody that knows how to turn it on. It's not really a lot of people, honestly, that currently wrestle. Samoa Joe's a good talker, but that's about it. I'm trying to think of somebody that turns it on. I would say Asuka. Asuka's the only modern wrestler that will be the equivalent to good method acting because her character is always on. It's always like she's just in it. The small details matter. MVP does a great job, even though he's more of a manager than a wrestler at the moment. He does a great job. He turns it on. He pays attention to the small details, like when he take the hood off Omos when they come to the ring. These are small details that fans that just start watching or that didn't watch the Attitude Era or only grew up in the Twitter bubble when they don't have a basis of comparison, a reference point, they don't get it. They think wrestling is cool because their direct circle of Twitter friends talk about it. Y'all have to realize wrestling used to be mainstream back in the fucking 90s, in the early 2000s. They were on Saturday Night Live. They were in blockbuster movies. They used to be in fucking 7-Eleven commercials. They were culturally mainstream. Toys used to sell. Now when I go to a Target, the toy section is full. Nobody wants that shit. And if they buy it, it's the old school classic dolls or action figures. Because that's the shit I buy. I don't care about none of these people that wrestle now. They're all terrible, no gimmick. They all dress similar. None of them sells. They both throw bad punches. Even when they try to do that goofy-ass Japanese shit, it's still not taken seriously. How the hell do you sit there and forearm somebody in the head for 30 minutes and nobody gets knocked out? You throw shitty punches if nobody falls after 30 minutes. You would think even a damn blind squirrel would have figured that out by now. What the hell is wrong with y'all? They don't get this shit. And this is why this is called the funeral of wrestling. Died because of everything I just mentioned is completely disregarded and ignored. That's why it died. But leave it up to Triple H. He's going to compete. You know what? I'm going to get my shit in. Triple H is completely okay with wrestling dying. He will ruin a show to try to prove that he's right. That's how this motherfucker operates. This was one of the worst shows I've ever seen in my life. Now, I didn't watch it. One of the worst cards that I was just not anticipating. I didn't even care when it came on. I was at work like, I forgot it was on until I got home and got in front of my computer. And I was like, oh, shit, Backlash today, isn't it? Shitlash is what I was called it. Let's see how much traffic and conversation this has even generated online. Let's go and look this up, because this would be a clear indication of why this show isn't good. Let's look this shit up real quick. Let's see how much people actually talking about it. And I forgot how much Damian Priest fucking sucks. If he wasn't Puerto Rican, he probably wouldn't even been on this show. Then again, on Triple H, he would have been. Let's see how much attention Backlash actually get. I'm saying post with only 90 comments on it. This is ridiculous. This is a mainstream WWE PLE event or premium live event or whatever they call it. One of the clips with Carlito. Oh, this is because somebody retweeted it. Let's go to an official WWE tweet. Let's see what we got. And I got to scroll for fucking ever. This is another indication that nobody's talking about this. These motherfucking posts are all the way at the bottom. Like, nobody's even talking about this shit, dude. It's a little clip from somebody. This is a live camera shot. And it was probably only his friends that watched it. With 400 people. Bad Bunny so far has the highest rate, which I'm not surprised. Bad Bunny's interest in a clip of Brock Lesnar being busted open is the only thing with any type of significant number of clicks. Other than this, nobody cares. The Brock Lesnar bust open had 4,000. That's still extremely low, but that's the highest for this shit. The poster with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes for somebody's talk show got 7 retweets. Now, granted, it was some Mark's podcaster, but it got 7 retweets. Somebody got footage of Brock that only got 600. It's not much traffic of this shit going on right now. That dude looked like Elias. I just scrolled past. And let's be honest, like I said, Bad Bunny's all right, but he's not that big of a deal. You cannot do a whole lot with Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is Bad Bunny. But you can't. He's not this culturally relevant star like people say he is. That's why when you put him on a poster, nobody's going to care. Now, I can open up Facebook real quick and see how many people. It might have been a little more people talking about this on Facebook because everybody's on Facebook and they probably saw it and didn't have nothing to do. Like, whatever. I'll look at some of the shit before I go out and have drinks with my friend. Let's go to, let's open this up real quick. Backlash 2023. Let's see how many clicks or interest this drew on Facebook. The last thing I was reading was Twitter. Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes, a live interest from a WWE thing, well, this might have been a fan page, only has 23 likes, 3 comments. Cody Rhodes beating up Brock has 31, a little clip, a 3-minute clip, has 31 pieces. Photos of Bad Bunny being lifted with Carlito in the ring has 18 reactions. And it's been a whole 24 hours. A clip from somebody, a thing called WWE Full Results. I think this is an official WWE thing. When Solo Sikoa attacked the Usos, I think. Wait a minute. Solo Sikoa brutally attacked Jay and Jimmy Uso for Roman Reigns. When the fuck did this happen? That was 2 nights ago. That got 1.6 thousand. I forgot Zelina's Puerto Rican. She's not Mexican. She is Puerto Rican-ish. So, yeah, the fans like this shit. Even though that photo they put up only got 7 reactions. Nobody is talking about this shit. Somebody got a group chat called The Bloodline. It only got 480 reactions. I thought wrestling was more popular than ever, guys. That's what these assholes on TikTok are trying to argue. I just started my TikTok today. I already got heat. I got like a video, a clip that got like 1,000 views, and I'm not exaggerating, in like an hour or 2. That's how psychotic these people are spread out over all. And they were sitting here telling me that this pay-per-view was a 10 out of 10 match. WrestleMania in the last couple of years have barely been 10 out of 10s. AEW, I can't even remember the last time anything in wrestling was a 10 out of 10. Maybe that Conan speech for Rey Mysterio at the goddamn Hall of Fame induction. That was about it. That was the last thing in like a month that's been even worth talking about because it's Rey Mysterio and Rey Mysterio is awesome. Wrestling is awful. The last thing that has been even remotely that interesting is when The Rock was possibly coming. I would say when Austin was in Dallas last year. That pay-per-view was bad too for the most part, with the exception of Austin and what's this guy's name? Johnny Knoxville from Jackass being there. That was the only thing worth watching. Austin and Vince is the only thing that's gained any type of mainstream publicity of WWE. And the Vince McMahon backstage scandal with him touching people. What up, G? That shit. Nobody cares about wrestling other than that. Because you got idiots like Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, and all these other British jackoffs that nobody cares about that's heavily featured on your shows. And you wonder why your ratings are under 2 million. If you're a company with the reputation of WWE and you have under 2 million viewers after being a successful company for well over 25 to 30 years, you deserve to be knocked off television. It is no way in the world of any other major corporation or major organization like an NBA, an NFL, an MLB, an NHL. This will not be acceptable numbers. But because wrestling has always been frowned upon and looked down as carny bullshit, they look at it like, oh, well, whatever, it's wrestling. What better way to tell those people they're right than to put this shit on TV? The lack of star power, believable characters, well-written storylines, unpredictability instead of the same streamlined, boringly written scripts of pro wrestling. What better way to kill your product than this shit? Everything that can happen or go wrong in wrestling is currently happening right now. And that's why these shows are god awful. We went over the roster the other day. It's only about, between a Raw and SmackDown, it's only about maybe 25 people that have any business being on TV that you can write any type of coherent or comprehensive storyline. It's only about 25 people that has any business being on that damn show across both brands. That's how bad this show is. Rhea Ripley, you could do something to her. Zelina's talented. Solo Sikoa, you could do some things on him. But that's pretty much it. The fact that they did not promote Carlito being at this show in a match when you knew he was going to be there is crazy. Because this was a shitty card with Brock Lesnar on it. The very least you could have did to try to prop up the card, you could have had Rey Mysterio and Carlito against his son, Rey Mysterio's son, and Finn Balor. You could have at least did that. People would have actually cared to watch. Oh, shit, Carlito, the guy who used to spit the apple, he's going to be there. I'm going to watch this shit. You would have had more. This probably would have drew 100 million, or not 100 million, 1 million more people to watch this just out of the nostalgia. You could have built it up. First time in 15 years, Carlito and Rey Mysterio in the same ring together. It's ways you could have built this up. No, WWE has to be stupid and lazy, specifically under Triple H regime. This is what they do. They introduced terrible belts that look like took them 5 minutes to make it. Their merchandise is god awful for the most part. I would say 10% of WWE's shit is watchable. Yes, indeed, son. I'm going off on Backlash. BX Connect is in the building. He gonna let us know what's causing all of this. We're gonna send him an invite so he can get on here. And he actually got a lot of MMA to cover too. Come on and get up here, son. As Mike would say, get your sexy ass up here. JoJo's the only one I would joke with like that. Anybody else, it'd be a pause like Damon Dads. That's because that's my big dog. We got BX Connect up in here. It's been a while. We've been having a little bit of a schedule conflict, but we finally caught him and got him on here. I thought he would have been at church with the non-mean. What do you mean by WSP Retro? I think the Retro, you from the community, right? You be with TWOP them, right? This is decisions like this really bother me, man. I cannot believe. And one of the main things that's really bothering me, WWE did not bother to promote Carlito at all. Like they just and bro, I'm not buying this shit because people on TikTok trying to tell me, well, it would have ruined the surprise. What? How many surprises are y'all gonna have in WWE before y'all realize without proper promotion, even people don't even care about surprises? You have to build this shit up properly. You have to. And I'm only putting emphasis on this particular thing for the simple fact that this card was fucking terrible. So that was more reason. Now, if this was a serviceable good card, okay, you can have Carlito as a surprise. But he would have significantly helped this card teaming up with Rey Mysterio in a match against Dominic and other guys. I don't even think they was on a card. How fucking stupid are y'all? Judgment Day is supposed to be one of y'all hot angles, and y'all didn't fucking put them on a card. We get a 25-minute Bad Bunny street fight. They could have shaved that match down to 12 minutes and gave 12, 13 minutes to a Rey Mysterio Carlito tag team match. That's what they should have did. This is goddamn ridiculous. What else was I going to bring up? Okay, so we talked about that. It was something else I want to reference. Let's look at what's going on with this WWE Draft. So they're supposed to make a lot of this stuff official tomorrow. It's supposed to be some shitty tournament to draft that ugly belt. And from what I've read online, and because I haven't been playing that close attention to wrestling news, people are telling me that WWE is not even going to make the belt exclusive to one brand. So you got 3 world titles now. Well, 2 if you count Roman Reigns' belt as one single title, even though they're 2 separate belts. If you count it as one undisputed belt, WWE has 2 belts. Totally unnecessary. This shitty-looking belt, which is likely going to be won by Cody Rhodes. The finals is probably going to be Cody Rhodes versus Brock at Saudi Arabia. That's what it's going to be. Then again, I won't be surprised if Gunther win at this point, or goddamn Bronson Fett. I will not be surprised. Bro, the Sexwell bro will win the title. I don't get it. That's what Vince Russo would say. This is some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. Dumbest shit. This is what happened when you let people that don't understand wrestling book fucking wrestling. And on top of that, they're big-time executives booking this shit. This is what happens. And I'm looking at the draft. They got some, what's this shit? Supplementary bullshit or whatever they want to call it. People that haven't been drafted yet. It's not going to be that much of a difference because the main people I want to see, they're in NXT right now. Breaker's still down there. His girlfriend's still down there. And I get they got to have some people still in NXT. Elektra Lopez is still down there. At this point, I want to see some people come back. Carlito will be a nice re-signing. MVP needs to get back in the ring. Edge is there. They need to get Enzo needs to be re-signed ASAP. And they need to remake the Cruiserweight division because nobody's going to take Cruiserweight wrestlers seriously if you don't give them a reason to be signed. Nobody's going to take this bullshit serious, dude. Nobody's going to care about these Cruiserweights you just drafted if you don't have a Cruiserweight division. That's the most absurd shit I've ever seen in my life. Triple H's shovel or Cody's shovel and Triple H's sledgehammer is exactly why wrestling is imminent to die. At this point, I am convinced wrestling will die in 2023. It will. He rubbing his hands together, son. He gonna let us know what's causing all of this. It's been a couple weeks. He had to go on the road to promote the word to Mother Butter. He's back in the house. I have no idea where Brian's been at. Before we get started, son, has Jason been in any of your streams? Because I missed a couple of your MMA streams the last 2 weeks. Has Jason been there?
Yeah, he has. He showed up a little late, but yeah, he has.
Okay. When I tell you, I done sent birds, JoJo. I done sent flares in the air. By accident, because I just made a TikTok. I finally folded and made a TikTok. And I got heat already. I made it literally last night. And I just put it up today. I just put content up today. I got heat on TikTok already. Like, I put up like a 30-second. It got like 1,000 views in like 30 minutes based off Backlash. People was pissed when I was talking about Backlash. But I only made like a 30-second clip. But yeah, I didn't send everything SOS. I'm happy. You know, I'm always with the smoke, son. I'm just surprised that I picked up that quick. That already shows that I'm going to be a hit on TikTok. But, yeah, the first person when I activated the app, JoJo, fucking Jason popped up. This motherfucking Jason, as a suggested friend, he popped up on TikTok. And I was like, nigga, where have you been? You know what I mean? In the chat. And it wouldn't even let me send a message. I think the rule on TikTok is they have to add you back first. But I thought this man was dead. I was almost, because sure, I was going to receive some news. Because he does not have a phone right now. That phone he had just got like earlier this year. I called it one day. And it finally rang. I called it Sunday just as a joke. I called it, and somebody answered the phone, and I'm thinking it's Jason. And I start off with a joke, and the dude was like, "What?" You know what I mean? And I'm like, "Oh, I think somebody got the new phone number." And because I was like crater face when I answered the phone. You know what I mean? I was being fucking stupid. But yeah, I would just make sure that brother was okay because I don't know what the fuck you been at. You know what I mean? That man. But I was like, I'm pretty sure JoJo. He might have came in one of JoJo's streams. JoJo's son, he finally back in the show, y'all. He gonna let us know what's causing all this, son. Anybody that actually thought me and him, man, y'all out of y'all motherfucking mind. Y'all must don't know how me and JoJo rock. It's just been schedule conflicts. That's all. Y'all know he's always gonna come back when he's available. He's welcome to come in whenever the fuck he wants. But JoJo, I have a lot of negative views about Backlash. Weeks leading up to it, I wasn't really looking forward to it because of the way the card unfolded. And the girls' matches was honestly what I was looking. Zelina, I knew she was going to show up and show I do her thing. Bianca is getting her shine. Is always nice. And then Austin Theory still on his run. I'm looking for the young people to get pushed at this point. So I'm going to support that type of stuff, the people I like. But before we get into anything, dude, how fucking hot was that Puerto Rico crowd? That motherfucking crowd, dude. Go ahead.
That Puerto Rico crowd was hot, man. I just wish they would have got better wrestling. But yeah, the crowd was hot. The crowd was really hot.
Was the wrestling really that bad? Because I read a couple places that the wrestling was bad. Depending on who you ask.
The wrestling wasn't all. Yo, this did not. You had Clash at the Castle. You had a couple other events beforehand, and those were good. Sure. For this was okay. It wasn't like one of those, but it was okay for for as long as they haven't been in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And I forgot the last time they were in Puerto Rico. They had an Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah, 2005 New Year's Revolution.
Bro, I forgot all about that. I was like, what the hell's wrong with me? But yeah.
That was fucking long time ago, dude. That was a long ass time ago.
Yeah. But yo, man, some of these matches were okay. Some of these matches were good. Mm-hmm. I won't even say really good. Some of them were good for what they were. Sure. Some of them were just like, yo, we didn't have to be here. And yeah. And the rest of them were like, all right.
I think that for the wrestlers, because I saw a couple of their Instagrams and shit, I think they were more happy vacationing in Puerto Rico than actually being at that goddamn show. Dana Brooke was like looking like a stripper with Bad Bunny. She had on like the slutty pink outfit she wore with Mandy Rose. And I'm looking like that. He probably got skins that night because she was all over Bad Bunny. I'm sure Zelina went out and got probably sloppy drunk probably because I'm sure Thea parties because I know Thea. She parties. But I'm sure she had a damn good time because I always forget, son, that Zelina is Puerto Rican and not Mexican. A lot of people think she's Mexican. Yeah, but because she'll make think she's Mexican because she acts like a Mexican sometimes. But yeah, she's Puerto Rican, so it was nice to see her get her shine. Damian Priest, brother, I want to see you do good, man. It's nothing. I swear to God, I know this guy is a really nice guy. I can tell Ripley loves him. That's Ripley's boy. But it's just I can't get into this man, bro. I liked him a little bit when he was a heel in NXT, but since then I just cannot. I don't know what it is. I just cannot get into this dude. It's kind of just like Von Wagner. I just can't get into this motherfucker.
Yeah, true that. Talk about that. You see Von Wagner's a free agent?
Yes.
Oh, fucking hell.
Hey, just get the butt billies. You just get the butt billies together, son. You already got Strowman on the roster. Just get Lars Sucker, man. They could put him in the overalls. They could be the Beverly Hillbilly butt billies. That's what that's the only thing
not for nothing though. I am happy he's a free agent and he could go up there. They could do something with him. It's about time, because he's not going to do nothing much on NXT at this point. Yeah, let him go and do something.
Which is a bit of a surprise, JoJo, because he's Matt Bloom's son. You would think they would do something with him, right?
Yeah. But other than that, man, you look at the show. Hey, Marissa, what's happening? Long time no see. What's going on, girl?
You've been around. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The show was alright. Zelina had her big moment being in front of the PR crowd. That was fire.
Yeah.
That Austin Theory match was
it was bad.
It was all right. I'm upset because like Bobby Lashley's on it. It's Theory and Lashley, but then they put Reed in it, and it's like, damn, Reed about to lose this. They're gonna make Reed take the pin. It's right. So you kind of knew, you had the feeling. What else was on there? Bianca Belair's match was okay, but there's always this stupid run-in with the Damage Control people. That shit's always upsetting me. And I don't know, Damage Control. I know soon they're gonna break up. I'm kind of happy for that. Them girls gotta go separate, man. There ain't nothing much for them girls as a group to do.
Yeah,
ain't nothing much.
I think they only saving grace with them as if you're gonna keep them as a unit, even though I agree with them breaking up, if they're just insistent on keeping them as a unit, NXT just lost bodies. I think those girls are mostly unpolished. If you want to develop them as a believable team, you have to send them back to NXT. Have them take all the belts. And who's the world's champion? Indy's the world's champion anyway. Have Bailey go win the tournament and get the other two girls the damn tag team titles. Katana and them got called up. Just give them the 3 fucking titles in NXT. That's all you need to do. Just redevelop them down there.
Much.
Yeah,
pretty much. What
you gonna say?
What was the match we had over there?
Rollins went against Omos. I already said what I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. That happened. Yeah. Total bullshit.
You can tell they tried to find a way to explain it because he hit the super curb stuff off the top rope. Because I think
that's
Triple
super bullshit. How about that?
Exactly. That motherfucker is too big. And then he kicked fucking MVP with the Colonel Sanders suit off the top. Like, come on, fucking dude. If anything, you could have had, if you want this to be a program, have Omos, because he needs to rebuild himself because Brock beat him at Mania. Have him beat Rollins by MVP interference, and you can keep Rollins. And even though I still think that's dumb, but that's the only logical way this match can fucking end. He could have cheated Rollins. Exactly. Came down and complained. They could have had another match probably over the next couple weeks on Raw and end that shit before that Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. That's what did.
That's what should have happened.
You know,
he should have been able to rebound against Seth Rollins, not him getting laid on the floor, then slowly trying to get back to his hands and knees before Rollins could set up for the super curb. Shut the fuck up, man.
Right. You know the funny part about this, son? Triple H would do something stupid, but it'd be in a way where he'd be like, well, you know what? At least I tried to have logic. I'm pretty sure he had in the back of his mind that I was going to tear him a new asshole if Seth Rollins would have beat him with anything other than the way he booked that match. I think he had that in the back of his mind that people was going to rip his ass apart online, at least the casuals. How do you logically beat a motherfucker that big? Seth Rollins of Brock Lesnar. This is the part that made me the most mad, JoJo. Me and you are both, you more than me, are combat sports fans. This motherfucker was throwing around Brock Lesnar, who knocked out Randy Couture. How the fuck is Seth Rollins gonna beat him?
That's why I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. I will never get it. Randy Orton went in there and took hard way elbows from Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
This man, Seth Rollins, doesn't even shed a drop of blood or really like any serious damage looking fighting Brock Lesnar. I don't fucking understand that, but you know,
it is funny you say that. I know we're jumping the curve a little bit, but the blood thing is something I want to reiterate. Cody Rhodes, for all my dislike I have for Cody Rhodes, at least this motherfucker bled in the match. He was bleeding like badly because I saw the clip. He was actually fucking bleeding. And then when I saw the finish, I wasn't as upset. I just don't want to see this program. That's what my thing is. Like, it just feels too forced. Like, Cody could have worked with somebody else, bro. He could have been he could have won a tournament or something. I would have respected him a lot more if he would have won that tournament that they got coming up. Brock should have been doing something else. Brock could have worked with Edge might be a little too injury prone now. I was about to say him and Edge could have worked and had a match at Saudi Arabia. I'm trying to think somebody he probably can work with. Brett Breaker's a heel now. Dude, I want to see Cross and Lesnar, but they cannot be thrown together at the last minute. Maybe down the line in a couple months. I would love to see that in a long program, like a 6-month program.
I feel
LA
so
Knight's
bad.
Not quite ready. Say that again.
That's how I feel so bad for Cross right now.
Oh my God!
Wrestling Shinsuke Nakamura. What the fuck is going on?
Shinsuke Nakamura jumped off a surfboard or his couch and came and got in the match with a guy that's supposed to be a killer. Like, you know, the guy that's like booked as a killer everywhere else he works except WWE. Think about how crazy that is, son. He's booked as a killer down in Mexico on the Indies. He gets to WWE, and we got to sit here and try to have him logically explain why Scarlett has to help him beat Drew McIntyre. Like, even Conan was pissed. Conan was pissed. Shit ever. Exactly.
Yeah.
Conan usually defends a lot of stuff in wrestling. He didn't even defend that fucking stupid bullshit.
No, because everybody, we got to all wonder, like, yo, this guy is a colossal heel. What the fuck is going on here, man? Like, this dude literally writes his own storylines. Like, he's there. He's a monster heel. What? How can you book him wrong? But here we are.
They don't know how to stay out of their own way. And this is why this is called the funeral. This is literally this is a slow, dried out in the sun corpse that is slowly dying in the Death Valley in Las Vegas. That's what wrestling, this is what WWE is right now. And even after the draft, I don't have this much faith because they don't even know what the fuck's going on with the world title picture. You got 3 fucking belts, dude. Why? I get that Reigns is gone and you don't want to strip him. Okay, just have the fucking tournament over a couple months and then the winner go against fucking Brock in the summer. Why is not Brock, but Roman? Why is this so fucking hard to do?
Yeah. That is kind of weird, yeah.
And you could have featured Austin Theory. Come on.
Yeah, they made a new belt and they're going to have this whole tournament for the new belt. It is kind of fucking weird when you do have a universal heavyweight champion, in Roman. I understand Roman wants to take time off. He's trying to do some movie stuff and some other things. He's hitting it there, but
don't nobody deserve a break off more than Roman Reigns. That man has been working for 3 years straight. Yeah. He deserves a break off. You know what I mean? I totally understand what he wants to do, all of that. But you know what? In hindsight, he probably should have lost the belt at WrestleMania. I would have hated it, but if I would have known that they were going to do what's happening now, he should have just lost the title at WrestleMania. That take pressure off of him there, and the bloodline could have had a break, and that would have been that. Because you got new tag teams because of the draft. You could have just debuted a new tag team to attack Sami Zayn now. They could have worked against but I think the Creed brothers are baby faces. They could have worked. Who's a heel team in NXT that's hot that ain't doing nothing no more? I guess the Creed brothers. They could have debuted the Creed brothers. You know what would have been a good program, JoJo, now that I'm thinking about it? Riddle would have had to win the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title, one or the other. A good program, first call-up, main roster program, would have been Riddle and Sami Zayn them against the Creed brothers and Brian Breakker. That would have been a good first program for NXT call-ups. Because Breakker is legitimate. He could work he's a shoot wrestler, and Riddle's a shoot fighter. So there you go with that. And then you got the other guys with the pro wrestling versus the pro wrestling. That would have been a good first 6-man program for all the titles. And that's something you could have held up. Elsewhere, you could have had Cena should have kept. They need John Cena on a staggering schedule right now. Because with Roman Reigns gone, they need that star power. I know Cena don't want to be on every WWE TV. That's fine. Yeah. Have Theory carry most of the stuff, and Cena either pop up on the Titantron, and then he pops up every 3 or 4 weeks until they had a match. That's what you could. Cena and Theory could have continued, so you could have had that for the U.S. title. Yep. Bobby Lashley should have been. If you're gonna introduce a new belt, it should have been Bobby Lashley as a person. They could have gave him the title to give him heat, and whoever win the tournament could have win against Lashley, and then a winner of that could have win against Roman Reigns for the actual title at SummerSlam. That's what, because if I had to guess, Reigns would be back at SummerSlam because they're gonna need him to sell out that building. So we could have had that, and then put Indy back with Dexter. It's things you could do because I have to break up the roster again to see who we got, and we'll get back to that more to the end of the show. But let's get through the rest of this shitty ass pay-per-view because it's some stuff about MMA that I want JoJo to briefly go over because I'm kind of out of the loop with a lot of MMA stuff, so he's gonna kind of catch me up. So elsewhere on this shitty ass card, with Ripley and Zelina, that match was only 7 minutes, really? And Theory and fucking Lashley was 6 minutes. What?
Yeah. They built a lot of time for the the 6-man tag match and Bad Bunny match and not even the Cody Rhodes. The Cody Rhodes Brock Lesnar match was even that long.
9 minutes, 9.5 minutes.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. And I kind of get what they're going to do. Cody was not going to wrestle. It would have exposed him. It would have made him look bad if he would have wrestled Brock for a long time. That wouldn't have looked right. So I kind of get what they're doing. But Bad Bunny in a 25-minute match with Damian Priest? Come on, bro.
They have to sell it, man.
Yeah, and I get it. They're in Puerto Rico. Both of them Puerto Rican. I ain't going to trip too much. I get it. The street fight, honestly, should have main event the show. That should have main event. They should have opened Rock and Cody and ended with the street fight. That's what should have happened. Because how the fuck do you follow that street fight? You know what I mean? You can't follow that. And even the nerds, the fucking the SJ, the IWC people online was complaining that that they, how do you follow that? I saw a little bit. It was all right. You know what I mean? They had a couple spots that looked okay.
Yeah, it was all right, man. We had Carlito. Carlito came back.
Yeah.
And then we had freaking Savio Vega, man.
Oh my god.
Savio Vega popped up out of nowhere, hitting his old school chop and freaking the chop and throw thrust and the crescent kick like Booker T used to pull out. He used to do that shit too. Yeah. Oh my god.
I know who Savio Vega is, but I don't remember him wrestling other than that strap match he had against Austin in '96. I've never seen the Savio Vega man. I just know who he is, but I've never seen that man wrestle before. Outside of that,
I think he used to. I'm not sure if he used to be in. I think at one point he was in the Nation. He was side by side with the Nation of Domination. But then he had his own little group he was in. I forgot what it was. The group it was, but yeah.
Los Boricuas, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Los Boricuas. There you go. And yeah, he was around. He was around for quite some time, and then he left and shit.
Yeah.
Did his own
now
thing.
I know he has a reputation for training. He trained. Thank God, good Lord, I got to thank. He trained Marty Bell. She was trained by Psycho.
Yes.
Because she's DR, she's Dominican. Bad bitch. He's trained people and stuff, and he's been around. He was more of a star in Puerto Rico, though. He was around with Brucey Brody, your boy Tony Atlas, the Schmergersburg. He was around with them, Brody and all of them. But he kind of fit when he got overweight when he got to the. Something distinctive that I remember about Savio Vega. What I remember about Savio Vega is when the ECW invaded WWE that one night, and he got like smacked in the head by somebody. I forgot. I think it was Taz. Somebody from the crowd smacked this man while he was in like a strap match with Austin. They smacked the shit out of him. That's what I remember. This man is still in goddamn MLW putting belts on himself. This man is like the Puerto Rican Intercontinental Champion. And I'm like, Savio, bro, you look like Devon. Can you imagine if Booker T seeing him on commentary? Booker T would be like, maybe he told Devon, son, that shit was fun. Devon, you gained a little bit of weight, dog. But Devon went on the top rope. Booker T was like, Devon, you to put on the pounds or whatever he said when he went on top. Yeah. Booker T don't have no filter. Did you see that picture surfing around with all the WCW legends? Booker T was on that Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, look at the legends, bro. That shit was cold. I saw it on Instagram. Booker T with the long ass dreads and shit, But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, man.
Savio Vega was there. What did he do?
He just came out. These dudes are trying to run Finn and Dominic. Oh, and then he brought out the LWO. The rest of the LWO, Santos, and Wild and Mendoza.
Yeah.
Then they came out. They jumped Dominic and Balor. Balor ran away. He thought he was free, and then Vega beat up Balor. And then they chased them out there. Yeah.
I mentioned this earlier, JoJo, but they should have booked a tag team match with Carlito and Rey Mysterio against Finn and Dominic. I think they would have sold more tickets that way. It looked packed up in there, but I would forget the selling tickets part. They would have drew more interest from the casuals if they would have booked that. Because people would have been looking like, oh shit, Rey Mysterio and Carlito teaming up for the first time since or in the same ring since 2005. Like they would have watched that. Carly is fucking jacked, dude. This motherfucker Carlito down there eating Wagyu beef. This motherfucker chest. You see this dude? Fucking Carly's big as hell, dude. Dude, please come back to WWE, Carlito. Please come back. I know you help your father, which is admirable, but Carlito, please come back to WWE, bro. We really need you. And
that man's just stayed. Yeah, he stayed fit, man. He got pretty fit for himself, and just waiting for the call up. Like whoever needs him, he's always ready.
Yeah, Carly's doing good. I hope Primo. Shout out to Primo and Epico. I hope they're doing good, man. The part of the Cologne family, and we'd like to see y'all back. Because, man, those dudes, man, they were troopers. They gave them every gimmick you can imagine. They were fucking matadors. They were selling goddamn travel packages.
Oh, shit.
They did everything. We got a word to mother package from them at somewhat, son. We got everything.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's just wild, son. But, yeah, we had that. Zelina and them did that. Except, I'm sure it was solid. Zelina's fucking great. I'm sure it was
good. It was good.
Girl versus small girl match.
Yeah. It was a good match for what they did. Yeah, so does the underdog, Rhea Ripley being the monster heel. Yeah, they did pretty good, man. They did pretty good.
Which is strange because Thea works great as a heel. It's weird seeing her as a baby fan. I haven't seen her too much. Even when she was in LAX, she was a heel. I just haven't seen a lot of work as she's a great fucking heel. You know what I mean? She's a very, very good heel. What else we got? So the bunny match. What was some of the highlights from the bunny match? Did you like it? Some of the spots, bro. Y'all need to stop making these table spots look like construction paper. I'm getting a little tired of that. The tables with the cloth, bro. Give catering a table back. They supposed to set the cakes on that table. Please stop putting people through those shitty ass tables, bro. Because those spots are getting overdone in WWE and AEW. But other than that, what did you think of this match,
though? Match was okay. For a good portion of it, Bad Bunny took some bumps, boy. He took some fucking bumps. Bunny did hit him with a Falcon Arrow. That was kind of funny. I was quite impressive that he hit him with a Falcon Arrow. The Falcon Arrow, he worked over Damian Priest's knee on the ring post.
Yeah.
Priest was hitting him with some heavy shit.
Yeah.
What else was there? The beating with the kendo stick. Just throwing him around pretty much. There was a top rope spot. I'm trying to remember what was the top rope spot. But it was a hell of a top rope spot.
That suplex
that had all that. Huh?
Was it that suplex that Priest does?
I think it was. Yeah. That
doesn't he do
his
like
version of the Falcon Arrow?
Yeah.
His version, yeah. But and he kicked out of it. The tornado DDT that Bad Bunny hit was pretty good.
Wow.
But yeah, Bad Bunny hit the fucking Canadian Destroyer. I was like, come the fuck up.
Come on, Priest. You that big.
Yeah. He hit him with the Canadian Destroyer, man.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. You see, that's the thing I like about WWE. At least you're not killing that move into oblivion.
Right.
So thank goodness they don't do it all the time.
Yeah.
It's like a once in a blue thing that's gonna pop up. So like, yo, that's cool. I like that. All right.
My only thing is like Priest, you're a heel, bro. You got to be cognizant of taking spots like that, man. But I guess it was a one night. It's okay to see it for 1 night.
Yeah, he was beat up pretty bad. He sold it up like he was really, really, really beat up. So that's why.
Well, if if the Rock and Roll Express can do it, anybody can. Or the Midnight, Rock and Roll. If they can do that shit, anybody can, bro.
Fucking Ricky Morton.
These men 60 years old doing Canadian Destroyer.
Fucking Petey Williams sitting in the back of WWE, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He like, if I.
Go ahead.
Huh? What happened?
I was gonna say at this point he might well get paid royalties. Everybody does that fucking move, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, yo, Petey Williams did not retire for this bullshit, man. Come on, man.
I felt like he should have had a run in WWE in like 06 or something, bro. That man was too damn good not to be in WWE. He was too good.
Man.
And man, remember fucking Jerron Clark, Mr. 630? What was his name? Something Clark?
Jerome Clark. Yeah.
Bro, I just remember Impact. This was like when I first started watching Impact in like 05. Bro, this man, I think it was a RIP to Don West. I think it was Don West. This man used to scream his head off doing X Division matches, bro. Mr. 630, Jerome Clark. Like, I used to be going.
Yeah. Wow.
This man, Don West, used to be bugging the fuck out, bro. RIP to Don West, man.
Man. If you, that man was truly in awe of those X Division wrestlers. But definitely, man, Mr. 630. Jarrell Clark, man.
Jarrell Clark, son. I don't think he's been around nowhere since then. Maybe he's been on the Indies, but I haven't seen that man since around Impact, bro.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while either. I remember he did a couple shows around like 09 to like 2012 or 2015, something like that. And then that was it. Like, I haven't heard from him since. I think he was doing like some indie shows, random indie spots. But yeah, he was still busting out the 630. He was in good shape too. Yeah. But then he just disappeared, man. You know. Some of those guys, some of those old X Division guys show up here and there, but then other times they don't. They just disappear. You know, SAT's still around wrestling, right?
Who's SAT again?
SAT from they were in the WWE. SAT. The tag team, the Spanish tag team.
Oh no, I gotta look them up. I don't think I know them. Hold on, let me look them up.
They're a tag team, man. They used to wrestle in the Indies. They had an ill run in the WWE. Then they were in TNA Impact the early days. NWA TNA. Bro, they were like the team, bro.
Wow. Wow, really?
They were like the team, the Latin team, like luchador wrestlers. Those dudes were the dudes, man.
SAT.
They still wrestling. They wrestled for AAA. They had some. I think they were in AAA. They were on the CMLL.
They look familiar. I just didn't never know who they were.
Yeah.
And it stood for the Spanish announce team. This is fucking hilarious. What the fuck?
Yes, the Spanish announce team.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
And I think that's what they did. That's what they did at one point.
Wow.
They were doing commentaries, the Spanish announce team. Yeah. And then they just fucking started wrestling. Yeah. They were tired of it, of doing the commentary. They wanted to wrestle. They would do wrestling and commentary. But yeah.
It's fucking wild.
Those fucking guys were killing it. Those are the guys who came up with the Spanish fly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that shit. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Spanish.
Those are the guys. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what. Next thing you gonna tell me is S.A. Rio still fucking wrestling. You know what I mean? Doing that higher. He had the rawest fucking moonsault ever, bro. I love S.A. Rio's moonsault.
Yo. He still wrestles.
He still wrestles. S.A. Rio.
He still wrestles. He still wrestles. I do. During the time off, I watched Super Crazy wrestle in Japan.
Really? Is he still
Super
doing
Crazy's a pro wrestling Noah?
What?
Yo, dog, I've been doing a lot of wrestling watching from the time since the last time I've been on here. Yeah. I watched a lot of retro wrestling, and that shit was killing me because I had watched. I think it was one of the streams. I think you did. You were talking about. I watched it like the NXT joint you did. When you talk about like the death of NXT.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the picks that they had and the draft. How you was talking about the draft. As well. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I need to really sit back and watch some retro wrestling.
Yeah.
Bro, I was watching when Mike Awesome got signed to WCW, and they were paying him money. They paid him like $200,000 to get on WCW.
Holy shit!
Remember that was the whole shit when he had the title.
Oh yeah, when Taz had to come in and all that.
Taz had to beat him. Yeah, bro. You know Mike Awesome wrestled Hulk Hogan in the main event. At the same time, the main event for Raw was The Rock versus Shane McMahon. I think this was in like 2000, 2001 at some point. I think it was on a Thunder episode of Nitro or episode of Thunder.
Okay,
bruh. At that time, where that main event happened with Mike Awesome and Hulk Hogan, WCW had the viewership was a 2.6.
Right,
but folks, that's 2.6 million viewers, live viewers. You know, The Rock and fucking Shane McMahon had 8.5.
Get the fuck out of here! I think I remember that match too. I remember that match too. I didn't know that rating was that high though. Holy shit, that's a lot of people, dude.
Yo, I was sitting and watching some of this shit, and I was like, yo, I was picking apart and just doing searches and shit like that, watching through YouTube videos and doing like research, and I'm like, yo, this man TJ be talking about like, yo, wrestling is dead, like wrestling dead viewerships, you know what I mean? But I'm like, yo, with no competition, this is why this shit is happening.
Right.
When there's no good competition really happening, and we talk about it plenty of times.
Sure.
But yo, there was times with WCW when Russo came and Russo did the shit.
Yeah.
Yo, these motherfuckers were getting the 6 point something, the extra 8 point somethings. Bro, there was a time where the total viewership of wrestling on a Monday was fucking
about
what,
10,
like
15?
Yeah, 15 or more million.
Yeah. I would say between 96 and 98, it was safe to say that when they had Goldberg in his peak, Crow, Sting, NWO on the WCW side, and they had the McMahon Helmsley versus Rock and Austin, it was about 15 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, what? And I'm looking around like, yo, what?
I'm glad you brought this up. You just brought up a lot of good points, and I want us to slow down and dissect a couple of them. Firstly, let's talk about that 2.6. Now, let's fast forward to 2022, 2023. A 2.6 is considered a good viewership now. Like, when Cena come in, that's what they get, 2.6. Imagine how backwards we've gone, JoJo, where a 2.6 is like considered bad for WCW. Now that's considered good when The Rock or somebody, when Cena show up. A 2.6 that's what he got on that New Year's episode when Cena popped up in that tag team out with the ball spot. SmackDown was like a 2.6. That's when Charlotte came back, it was a 2.6. So let's get to the 8 million with Shane and then Rock. That had a good storyline that night because I think The Rock might have been fighting for his job or he didn't get another title match or something. I remember that match. I didn't know it was that high, but I remember that match. So it's interesting that you said that. And
bro, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
To connect the dots with Russo, and people can say whatever they want about Russo. Let's focus on the fact that people was complaining with the WCW when he was going out there shooting on Hogan, when he had I can't believe he's still employed with WWE. The very talented, multi-talented, the kid, what's his name? Billy Kidman, still a producer to this fucking day for WWE. I cannot believe it. Billy Kidman was working with Hogan when he was in the new, what they call it, New Blood or something like that.
Yep.
People were getting upset at Russo. Guess what the rating was around it? They still was getting 2 million viewers. So clearly people was watching the stuff that you dirt sheet nerds was talking about was bad. Oh, he did stupid stuff. Guess what? People still watched it. Yeah, he put Judy Bagwell on a forklift and it was dumb. People still watched it. Yeah, he put the tequila on the pole match. It was dumb, but it was other stuff to watch. He made stars. People fail to realize that Russo made stars. Billy Kidman became a star under Russo. Chris Benoit broke out under Russo's writing. The Radicals broke out. Raven became a bigger star. Y'all are thinking short-sighted, bro. Russo still had people watching. Meanwhile, fast forward to 2023, fucking Tony Khan and me and Billy, we had a little fallout for a minute. We back cool now. I talked to him. We ironed it out. We good. But fast forward to now, and Billy did a report on this, and he sent it to me, so I know it's fucking accurate. You got these motherfuckers lying about selling out these arenas. Talking about they sold out Wembley and whatever. 30. Get out of here. If y'all did sell out, y'all count the tickets. Who do you think you talking to? I look at numbers for a living. JoJo is very number literate. You're not going to lie to me about that. I believe what Billy has not been wrong in 3 fucking years. I know what he produced is accurate because I double-checked myself. They did not sell out that arena that fast. And then on top of that, CM Punk, why is CM Punk being discussed coming back after he embarrassed y'all at All Out last year? Why are you not trying to make Miro happy? Why are you not trying to not lose Andrade? Why are you not trying to lose Ricky Starks? You got these nerds burying your product online because, and I'm glad JoJo's on here because I didn't get to talk to him about this. I did a show on it. JoJo, do you see these clowns getting upset over the Britt Baker t-shirt?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah. I did.
The objective in wrestling was to get heat. Isn't that the objective?
That's the objective. Where the person who okayed the shirt is having to come out on social media and tell y'all, like, yo, this is the shirt and this is why we have the shirt out. It's a problem. It's an issue. That's crazy. Yeah, but people upset, oh, it promotes domestic abuse and blah 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 blah. Like, bro, it's a wrestler.
Right.
Just tell them, yo, this is what happened on the episode of where I got this black eye, and that's it.
Right.
Viewership. Come on, man. Like, what is wrong with y'all, bro?
I don't know they try to find anything to be upset about. Literally anything to complain. What was some other wild shit that happened since I've talked to you last? Something else crazy came up where somebody was trying to virtue signal something. My mic fall. Vicky Guerrero's and her daughter. Now, to Vicky didn't do herself no favors. The way she handled it when she was screaming at her daughter. Y'all talk about that behind the scenes. That made it look bad.
Yeah. However, don't go in public. Yeah.
Right. However, the fact that you psychos made Vicky have to close down her social media because y'all wouldn't back off something. A, the full story has not come out yet. And B, it's none of y'all damn business how they handle it. That's their family business, bro. Mind y'all damn business. You know, it's what's wrong with these people?
It's weird, man.
Everybody's a court person now. Everybody's you know what I mean? Everybody's got the gavel. Who do you think you are, JoJo?
Everybody throw their opinion, but it's like, bro, that's their stuff. That's their family issues. They gotta figure that out amongst themselves, man. That shit is just crazy, yo. But that's this generation's wrestling fans, man. That's the wrestling fans.
I don't want nothing to do with y'all stink at all. JoJo's probably nice to y'all. I don't want nothing to do with y'all stink. You come on. I'm to the point where I'm not even having arguments with them no more. If they say something crazy, I just mute them online. I'm not even going. I got too much work to do. My analytics up 6,000. Y'all.
Yo, you wanna laugh? You wanna get a laugh about some stuff?
Yes, I do.
You wanna get a laugh? Do my wrestling watching. My retro wrestling watching.
What's that?
Check this out. On the Nitro, right? Yeah. You know how you sometimes you listen to K100, you see people talk about this Disco Inferno couldn't draw, he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Chris Jericho wrestled Disco Inferno on the episode of Nitro.
Yep, I remember that.
The 831st episode of Nitro back in 1998.
Okay.
You know that episode, that match had a viewership of 6.1?
6.1 million.
6.1 million.
On Nitro. I'm sorry, was it Thunder or Nitro?
On a Nitro.
Wow. That's crazy, dude.
On Nitro. Fucking AEW right now can't even muster up $1 million viewers on a regular. And Disco Inferno and Chris Jericho wrestled and to a 6.1 million viewership.
Wow.
Bruh. Here, let's go even crazier. You know Juventud Guerrero and Evan Courageous on that same episode of Nitro got a 6.4 viewership?
No fucking way. They did?
Yeah.
Wow. And that's back when Cruiserweight Wrestling had good psychology to it, too. They had really good psychology back then.
Crazy. Saturn and Lodi. You remember Saturn and Lodi from Ravens Flock?
Yes.
They wrestled High Voltage on that same episode.
Who's in High Voltage?
6.70. High Voltage. It was those big dudes, man. They were like two muscle bound cats.
You talking about the ones that played the Dicks in WWE? Those dudes? Did they play the Dicks in WWE? Remember the Gemini Twins? Was it the Gemini Twins?
No. I forgot how they look, but I know they were blonde. One of them was blonde. They were like stocky, ripped cats, man.
I'll have to look them up. I don't think I've ever seen them before.
But yo, they wrestled Saturn and Lodi, 6.77 viewership on that same episode of fucking Nitro.
Wow. And the irony, the original High Voltage was Owen Hart and Birdman. That was the original High Voltage. Oh, yeah, in WWE. Wasn't they High Voltage? When they had the goofy ass hammer pants?
Nah, different.
Because I'm looking like, damn, I thought Owen Hart was dead by then. Okay. Wow. These numbers, see, this is why I'm glad JoJo do these numbers. I knew Disco was a draw. I didn't know he was a draw that time. I knew he was a draw, of course, because Scott Hall wouldn't have had him come to the ring with him. This is what y'all don't understand. Scott Hall handpicked Disco to come to the ring with them so he could have a heater so he didn't have to work that hard. Disco loved working with Scott Hall. They had very similar minds, you know. Dude, okay, I'm sorry, continue, because I am intrigued by what you're reading right now. Okay.
All right, I'll read this one out here then. The 34th, right? Here it goes. The 34th top-rated match on Nitro, the 25th of August in 1997. Mm-hmm. Eddie Guerrero wrestled Steve Mondo McMichael.
Wow.
These motherfuckers had a 5.8 viewership.
Jesus Christ.
Steve McMichael.
The football player. Not a pro wrestler. Yes. He's an NFL player.
Yes, the dude I should have, because I never understood why he became a horseman. I never understood why. But yes, 5.8 million, bro.
Yeah. You know who he's equivalent to in today's time for wrestling? He's equivalent to like Logan Paul. he's not supposed to be good, but he is. Even though Logan Paul is more of a combat fighter, but he's kind of like, or like how Kevin Federline. Nobody expected that to be good. Look what Kevin Federline did with Cena in 07. The viewership, I think they probably got like a 3 or 4 on that episode of Raw. It was on it helped that it was on New Year's Day. That helped a lot, you know. And it had stiff competition. The University of Miami went against like Oklahoma in a fucking like Rose Bowl or something. It was a crazy game. Because Jim Ross was pissed Jim Ross was pissed that he couldn't go. He wanted to go or whatever. That's crazy, dude. Fucking Lodi. No. Like, I never thought Lodi would be in a high-rated match. Ever. Like, ever.
Scotty Riggs and Ernest Miller wrestled at a 6.4.
What?
Get the fuck out of here. This shit blew my mind.
Scotty Riggs.
This shit blew my mind. And I'm sitting there watching, trying to track, because you could track some of these episodes on like YouTube, but if you have the Paris, you know what I mean? Peacock, you can find them matches there, even better. But Conan versus Marty Jannetty on Nitro the 31st of August in 98. 6.5.
No fucking way. Conan versus Marty Jannetty. No way did they get a 6.5, bro. That is insane.
Bruh.
That is fucking insane, dude.
Bruh. So check this shit out. You ready? You ready? To prove how good this dude and how fucked up WWE was with Diamond Dallas Page, DDP wrestled Reese on the 316 episode of Nitro back in 1998. 6.2.
Wait, hold on, slow down. Wasn't Reese the Yeti? Was he the Yeti?
Reese was Horace Hogan.
Horace Hogan, okay.
I remember. I think either he was the Yeti or he was Horace, yeah.
Okay.
Or he was Horace Hogan, yeah.
Either way, DDP against this big size motherfucker was not supposed to draw there. This dude with 2 left feet. Like, that showed you how hot these characters were back then. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And this was all during WCW, during TV, during cable TV.
Yeah, this is the Monday Night War era.
Yeah,
Monday
and
Night
the highest one was Goldberg, Diamond Dallas Page, that Nitro, that big Nitro, back in October of 1998. Right, 7.18, man. 7.18.
That shows you how hot DDP got over. And I think the thing that really, because we're going to split this video into 2s, because I don't want this to overlap with UFC. So we're going to end this one, and I'm going to throw up a graphic, and then I'm going to let JoJo pick up from UFC from there. So we might go another maybe 10-ish, 15 minutes on this, and then we'll switch over to UFC. That shows you how hot those characters were back then. Because
I was gonna say, don't even make me talk about the WWF, because if I tell you the WWF joints, nah, you're gonna lose your shit, and then you're gonna really get upset, because this further proves the point of how crazy viewership is with WWE. So I'm not even gonna do that.
Well,
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Let's say that for tomorrow. It'll be a late show because I get off work, I think, at either 9:15 or 9:30. I know it's one or the other. I just got to double check my schedule. It'll be a late show, but you know what? We're going to give y'all a treat for Monday. It's going to be called a Monday Night Ratings Decline. And guess what we're going to do the whole show? I'm going to let JoJo doing exactly what he's doing right now. And I'm going to further piss y'all off, and I'm going to upload this to TikTok so y'all want to hurt me. As long as you watch, I don't care. All you got to do is watch, and I'm good with that. I've been on TikTok for under 12 hours, and I already got y'all screaming at me. I'm pretty sure if I check right now, which I'm about to in a minute, I probably got over 2. Because when I left, it was like 70 messages before I went live. I'm sure it's probably close to like 200 now. But we gonna that is very interesting. Like, I'm literally intrigued. Now we're going to do probably going forward until we get to a decent amount of these. I don't want to talk about wrestling like as far as the week-to-week show. I might let JoJo do these from now. Every Monday, we might come on here and just rub it in y'all face. Because JoJo, I think these people are convinced that we don't know what we're talking about. I think they're all, not so much you, more people like me and TWRP, like the extreme people. Because JoJo's more the level-headed old school fan. I'm a clear asshole, and I don't try to hide it. They're convinced that me and people from my community that think similarly to me don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. They're convinced that we're dumb. Yeah, it was one motherfucker, and I'll mention this because he claimed he's watched it since 2003. He said wrestling, and this was on TikTok like 2 hours ago. He said wrestling is hotter than it's ever been ever. He said people need to get. He did the old typical. People need to get over. It's the attitude era. Okay, whatever, dude. I listened to that. Then when he said wrestling is hot as it's ever been, I was like, okay, bro, this conversation is over. This motherfucker who claims wrestling starting in 2003 said wrestling is the hottest it's ever been. He tried to sell with that, JoJo. These motherfuckers, I swear to God, dude, is out of their mind. But Rock and Shane, I'm not surprised they had an 8.5. That was a high angle around that time. Or what were you going to say?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I really, like, you know what it is, man? It's just come down to the point where people are just content to enjoy watching what they're watching.
Yep.
And just the standards have dropped so low, man.
Sure.
That's what it is. It's just the standards have dropped so low. If companies are willing to dish out this money for this product, for this type of product, it's like, damn, what are you gonna do, man?
Yeah.
You can't argue. You can't argue about today's standards with these wrestling fans. But then again, you could always pull out these numbers and let them know, like, bro, y'all content. If y'all had these numbers, bro, that's it. If you had these numbers, if you were able to rock these people, you know, then that's it. Then that's the we're talking about numbers in the States.
Right.
These numbers aren't coming worldwide viewership. Yeah. This is in America.
Yeah, domestic numbers. Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
God.
Look how much decline, bro. And people think I'm this bitter old wrestling fan. Bro, I don't want nothing better than to be able to produce good content talking about wrestling. I have to reach. Half these ideas come by fucking accident. The last, I would say 3 to 4 out of the last, I would say 6 podcasts I did was completely unplanned. It was just shit that happened that day that I saw on Twitter. I was like, oh, I actually could do a podcast. I had no intention of doing one. Not about wrestling. I might have would have talked. I would have just got on Twitter and sent my usual bullshit out. Or got on the game that night. Bro, I've only planned about 2 of my last 6 podcasts, the last, 8 weeks or so. That's how bad it's been. Like, I was like, okay, bro, after, WrestleMania or whatever, the draft, I was like, I'm going to take a break to SummerSlam because I'm probably going to SummerSlam. Depending on how it looks. If the big names be there, if they have Brock Goldberg or some Roman, I'm going to go. Other than that, if it looked like Backlash, I'm staying at home. I'm not going to Detroit. And Detroit's only fucking 4 hours from my house. I can get there in 3.5 the way I drive, but it's not that far from my house. It's like, I don't understand. And that's how I know it has to be JoJo. These fans just start watching wrestling in the last 10 years. Because it is no way y'all looking at the numbers that me and JoJo look at and try to sit here and try to say wrestling is as good as it's ever been. Now let's add AEW up in there because a lot of people say, oh, well, you just don't like WWE. What about AEW? Let's go into AEW. Let's talk about the fact, and it's just been, and then this has added on since the last time me and JoJo, because we've talked about it a lot, but shit just keep adding on about how they just keep lying about ticket sales, and Punk is possibly back in the negotiation. They thought he was going to be at the Chicago show in WWE, 2 weeks ago? He didn't show up, or whatever the case was. He might have was in a parking lot, but he didn't come in the building. He wasn't on camera. They refuse. Which they could have legitimately sold out Wembley. And this Wembley thing seems like and it is smart on Tony Khan's behalf. Don't get me wrong. Got to give him credit. It's actually quite smart. He's trying to go to London before WWE's booked to go there in July because they would have did the same shit to him given the opportunity. They just didn't think of it first. But that seems like a counter move where, because I don't think Backlash is going to be, or Money in the Bank going to be in Wembley. I think it's going to be in one of the smallest things. But that was their way to,
right.
Counteract WWE. You would have been able to legitimately, for price value, on face value money, sell out this arena if you would have put the CM Punk stuff on TV. Why are they not having matches with each other on TV? If you're going to bring back CM Punk, they have to have they need to have like a street fight. Punk and 2 people against the Elite. It has to happen. And guess what you'll really get heat from? Bring back Andrade and Rusev. 2 people that's disgruntled. And guess what you do now? For the people that don't think know what I'm talking about. Even though I've been in the wrestling business for damn near, or at least interpreted it since I've been 7 years old. I've been around it heavily the last 10 years, as far as an influencer or what people call me or whatever, journalism, writing, in the ring for the last 10 years. Guess what, motherfucker? I know how to write because I learned from good people that knew how to write. I learned from great talkers like fucking Roddy Piper and Bobby the Brain Heenan and others. Bro, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. the thing that would instantly get heat right now, that because wrestling does not take nearly enough advantage of actual real life heat between people. If they brought back the Elite with all the CM Punk shit going on right now, and they have a street fight that leads up to that match in London, you could bring back Rusev and Andrade. Guess what? All three of them having them and Punk and all of them got in common. They used to work for WWE. So now you force the fans to pick. These motherfuckers are traitors. Are they going to WWE? That's how you book the match. Because now it's not just AEW people against AEW people. You put that little bit of doubt in the back of people's mind and you have to build it up where Punk, even if he's lying, because heels can lie. That's what heels do. That's what I learned from Kevin Sullivan. He will always make the NWO seem like they won a match. I won a match. Then, of course, all the marks at home. No, you didn't. That's what fucking heels supposed to do. They lie about stuff. But, excuse me. So you could book it that way, and now you have Punk make it seem like he's negotiating with WWE. Yeah, they were desperate to have me in Chicago. Even if it's not true, put the shit on TV. Make people think that it's true. That's how you build up heat between these people. Other than that, you're not going to sell out. You're going to have to invite people and do what Triple H and Pillhead Michaels have to do, where they have to have friend and family nights. Y'all didn't think we knew that? Y'all have friend. I know, motherfucker, because I checked. Shawn Michaels be telling people in the back to bring their family to the show to make it look full. NXT might have legitimate 50 actual fans, that because the building only fits about 200 or 300 people. You know damn well most of those people, they were begging him, Triple H on his knee, please, like he was begging a revival to stay in WWE. I heard he went to they condo and begged them to resign. He probably had the Rapunzel radio and shit playing, JoJo. Please come back to me. He had the shit playing. JoJo's fucking laughing.
He did stay in contact with them. They do stay in contact. They do like Triple H. So yeah, he does stay in contact with them quite often. Yeah.
They had to get Shabazz Jenkins as a representative lawyer to read over their contract. Because Triple H be trying to rip people off like he tried to rip. I heard Naito left Triple H at a restaurant because he tried to lowball him on some numbers. That's what Naito should have slapped you with that hat that he wears on his head, Triple H. How fucking dare you try to lowball that man who's been the hottest person in Japan for like the last 4 years? What the fuck is wrong with you? See, this is what's wrong with these people. Y'all think I don't know about New Japan. I know who the fucking stars are. You know why? Because I fucking read. I know what's going on over there. I read Meltzer stuff when he says something important that's accurate. Yeah, when he's reading numbers. I know Naito's been a growing star from Intercontinental Champion to IWB. I know what the fuck's going on. I just don't talk about it every day. But he tried to lowball that man on fucking numbers like he's dumb. Like, dude, he's not going to be treated like goddamn how y'all treat Dante Chen or somebody. He's not going to do that. He get paid for staying in comfort in his own country. Why the hell would he come over here just to sit in his hotel and just surf with Nakamura? He's not going to fucking do that. Triple H tried to get some bullshit contract. Like, he should have smacked you with whatever food he had in front of him. Should have threw his drink in your face, you fucking asshole. Yeah, it's like, come on, dude. That's why fucking Okada don't even talk to y'all. The last time Okada was in the States, they made him play Green Hornet in Impact. Why the fuck would he come back over here? Not only is that racially stupid, that doesn't make any sense for him to do that. Like, and plus they don't want some big-nosed white man American telling them what to do. Get your ass out of here. Blowing your nose all over his food. I would have got up and left your ass in there too, you stupid asshole. But they're not going to judge. I don't understand because you watch AW a lot closer than me. Other than what's Page group called again? They're called the
Outcast.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all could have put a little more spice. Bro, you talking about three. I find all of them fuckable. Every single one of them are fuckable. Paige lost a little bit of the booty, but I would say Toni Storm is definitely the most desirable. Bro, people be sleep on Ruby Riott, bro. She got a body. Like, well, she's losing. When she was in WWE, she had a body. But all of them have they got this seductiveness to them. I like them as a group. Yeah. They all very seductive. And they just seem like badass chicks, every single one of them, you know? That's the only thing that maybe JoJo could correct me. That's all I've been fucking interested in from when I see it on the timeline. Oh, AEW actually got this going on. And I try to encourage them, but they also butthurt and hate me so much, they don't even see when I give y'all praise. This is what's wrong with y'all estrogen-filled men. I've clearly praised AEW several times. Y'all just see what y'all want to see. I've praised the fucking Page thing since I heard about it. I praise a non-WWE stuff when it's worth praising. Y'all just see what the fuck y'all want to see. You know, but what's going on over there that you enjoying other than the Outcast thing?
Other than the Outcast, Yeah, outside of the Outcast stuff, let me think real quick.
No, you good.
Every time Orange Cassidy defends that Intercontinental title now, because it's not called the North Atlantic title, it's called the Intercontinental title. Okay. Because they changed the name because of the one time, plus also North Atlantic title sounds stupid. Yeah. So his matches have been pretty good. I'm kind of in and out with the Elite versus the British Combat Club. You know, Moxley, Danielson, and Castagnoli.
Yeah.
That storyline going on.
Yeah.
The Outcast, the women's division joint, that's cool with the Outcast. Taya Valkyrie being on AEW.
Oh shit! I there.
Yeah. Taya's out there.
I like Taya.
Other than that, nothing else really. Oh. The MJF storyline. Yeah. Because now they have them as the 4 pillars. Is him, Jungle Boy, Sammy Guevara, and Darby Allin. They've been in a storyline.
What is the
where,
about?
Because they're the 4 young guys. They're the 4 young guys coming, based on AEW, the 4 young talent.
Yeah, it doesn't sound. Yeah.
So now, for the pay-per-view, the upcoming pay-per-view, is going to be them in a 4-way match.
Okay. That don't sound bad.
Yeah, MJF, they've been cutting really good promos. Darby's been stealing the show on the promos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some of that. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that. Yeah.
They're trying to put some fire under Sammy. They still have Sammy looking goofy in some of this shit. But he's been okay. He's kind of goofy. He is goofy. Let's say it.
Okay.
In the 4 of them, it's been MJF, of course, but Darby Allin's behind, then Jungle Boy, then Sammy Guevara. Wrestling wise, Guevara.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they've been all right, but then it's like he's kind of like been, goofy.
Right.
They had a match a while ago, when it was to qualify because they were gonna do it so it'd be a 1-on-1 match, but now it's a 4-way match now.
Yeah.
Since the last episode. But they had a match. It was Jungle Boy versus Sammy Guevara, right? Mm. And they were wrestling. And within the first 2-3 minutes, these motherfuckers are wrestling. This dude went to the top rope. Sammy Guevara catches him and puts him in the top rope Spanish fly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Within 3 minutes, motherfuckers no-sold this top rope Spanish fly.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And this is coming from JoJo, somebody that's way more patient with work rate than I am. So imagine I would have just turned the TV off if I would have saw that shit probably.
But now the match continues. They going outside, do outside shit. Later in the match now, motherfucking Sammy Guevara catches this dude on the apron Spanish fly to the ground. Motherfuckers are selling this shit now for like 5 minutes now.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. So I'm like, you goofing this shit. You try to make it high impact for the last couple minutes. I'm like, yo, you guys got to slow this shit down. You can't just have a whole bunch of spots and think y'all motherfuckers are going to get energy from the crowd. The crowd's seen everything. And now y'all doing just spot fest moves.
Right.
And it's like, y'all look stupid in this match. So eventually they slowed it down as this shit progressed. They did the whole Darby Allin got DQ'd, but then last week's episode, Darby and Jungle Boy went a tag team to face Sammy and MJF, and if they won, it'll be a 4-way. So that's what happened. And now it's a 4-way match. Other than that, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, go ahead.
What I would have did is heat, and I got something specifically that I want to say about Sammy Guevara. And this is something me and Omari been saying for fucking weeks now. And you might have been on one episode where we said it too. And we probably all collectively agree. The thing with that last thing with the Fatal 4-Way, first of all, from a heel perspective, I would have got DQ'd on purpose. So it wouldn't have been a 4-way. Why would I want an extra person to beat in the match? Like, logically, like, y'all don't think this shit out sometimes. Why would anybody want to add an additional person to their match? From just a logical writing standpoint, why would you put that on the show? Let's just say it's going to be a fatal 4-way and we got the good guys versus the bad side. That's enough. You didn't have to have you know what I mean? Have them all beat people individually and say, yeah, we all go for the title. Nobody got more momentum. Then you have an authority figure come out and say, yeah, it has to be a fatal 4-way. Putting that other thing out is just too fucking convoluted and stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
it's dumb. As far as Sammy Guevara, I like Sammy Guevara, but I'm about to grill your ass for a minute, bro. Sammy Guevara, how are you getting outperformed on the microphone by fucking Jungle Boy, who looked like he's a skittish cat half the time, scared to speak a promo, which is quite ironic because his father was a Hollywood actor. Like, bro, you need to be like, your mouth, you need to be hit with soap. You need to be, smacked in the head with a shoe or something. How are you getting outperformed by Jungle Boy? Because Sammy Guevara has charisma. I don't know what's happened to him lately, but he's had charisma since day one. When I first saw him, like, who is this dude against Cody Rhodes on night one when they debuted in 2019? I'm like, oh, this kid not bad. I didn't expect anything from him, and he was quite good. He's got that cocky, young. He reminds me of like kind of like the Miz, just more of an athletic Miz. That's kind of what he's reminding me of. Cocky, cockier, athletic Miz. Something that they've completely dropped the ball with, and I'll never understand this. Sammy Guevara publicly had an affair with either his girlfriend or his wife with Tay Conti. Why is that not a storyline on TV? Instead of him going for the world title, that should have been an extended storyline with somebody. How about against somebody you actually had a fight against? How about against Eddie Kingston? Why was that not a storyline? AEW arguably have hotter women than WWE. They have a lot of hot chicks. How has it not been one? And Disco said this, which I found interesting. Gilberti, Disco Inferno. Disco said that Hook, who I actually like Hook. Hook and Jungle Boy should be fighting over like Allie or somebody like that. Well, he didn't say Allie. I think he said Anna Jay or somebody like that. They need to have a jealousy because Hook's from the Northeast, but he has a California boy look to him. Even though I know he's from the Northeast with his father Taz, but that's something that's another thing that really bothers me. Taz has been grossly misused.
Yeah.
Grossly. Oh my God, JoJo, we got to clap. I'm glad I just randomly thought about this. We are finally, it's no more AEW Dark and Dark Elevation. Thank fucking God that bullshit is done. Because Warner Media was like, bro, Dave Buster was getting high the last 2 or 3 years. I don't know what was going on with Warner Media. Or they've been busy with other stuff. I think the dudes was like they've been on Epstein Island someplace shooting coke. I don't know what the hell would they been, but bro, those shows been terrible. Y'all just noticed this 3 years later? Those shows been awful for a while, bro. They finally just got, y'all had Big Show sounding like a bear gargling honey on commentary. What the hell have y'all, Mark Henry, like saying nothing? First of all, why do you have 2 legitimate Hall of Famers not on television? JoJo, do you think these people brain work at all? They got Big Show and Mark Henry on YouTube.
It's weird, man. It's weird. I don't know what to say. We've been saying that for a while now, man. Damn, Dark and Dark Elevation. You got 2 known guys like Mark Henry and the Big Show, and that's what you wasting them on. Come on, man.
And then one of the Hardys, on there at one point.
On commentary, I don't know, but
no, not commentary. I mean, know on the show.
Oh, on that show, on Dark and Dark Elevation, of course.
Jay Matt Hardy is Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Too. Oh my God.
Yeah, Matt Hardy was on there. Samoa Joe. Freaking when Athena wasn't doing much, Athena was on there for some strange reason. Bro, they are so fucking weird. They were so fucking weird. Yeah.
I forgot.
Now she's been on. Yeah, now she's been on ROH. Thank God. And she's been doing her thing for ROH. But yeah, I'm glad, man. They're trying to book a lot more TV spots.
Yeah.
So they have that Collision show that's supposed to be coming out. I think it's supposed to be for Saturdays.
Yeah, Saturdays. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have that, and they have some other joint that they're trying to put out there.
And if you watch a show called Collision, you got to have women putting their butt cheeks together. Please put card girls on that show because all your shows cannot have the same flavor. It's already too much sameness between Rampage and Dynamite. You have to have that third show has to have it, and it's on Saturday, so y'all can get away with more stuff. It has to have more an adult edge. Like you got to have hot chicks in that show. It's called Collision. Let them put their butt cheeks together. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Put them. But yeah, man. that's what they're supposed to be doing, and they're supposed to have another show probably, but they're supposed to just have wrestling. It's supposed to be all wrestling stuff now. They're just trying to get it for TV though, TV wrestling shows.
Yeah,
that's what it is, but just more of the TV product, as well as them still trying to do the house shows. So
if you're gonna have a show that's TV driven, you have to have storylines. Because how the hell are you gonna have nothing but matches across 3 fucking TV shows? And I don't know how long Collision gonna be. A safe bet is probably gonna be an hour. Like that is 4 hours of mainstream TV across 3 days: Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, or Monday, Friday, Saturday. You have to have storylines, bro. It's not gonna happen no other way. If it's nothing else JoJo want to mention about AEW, we're going to end this and then immediately stick around. I'm putting emphasis on me. It's literally going to be immediately. We're going to immediately start the MMA portion of the show. And we gave y'all plenty of content. We'll be back tomorrow as well because we got JoJo. So the next couple Mondays, we're going to basically talk about ratings. Like, we're going to laugh at how bad these ratings are. That's what we're going to do, pretty much. Was there anything you want to wrap up? Because while you saying what you're about to say, I can look up some news. I haven't heard anything about wrestling all fucking week.
Trinity's on Impact.
Oh yeah. I saw
Naomi.
Yeah.
She made her debut. She did her debut thing on the Impact show over the last weekend. They did the Chicago joint. So, but she's there. She's gonna wrestle she wants to wrestle for the Knockouts title. She talked about her reasons for being there now. And she was out there. Tamina was there. Sasha, aka Monet, Mercedes Monet, and CM Punk showed up. She hit up CM Punk. She told CM Punk, "Yo, we out there in Chicago," and CM Punk was in the crowd. Yeah, he was backstage at the crowd. He was chilling. He had a little disguise, but everybody knew it was him. But he showed up. Yeah, she hit him up, and dude really showed up.
That's crazy.
So now, like all the Chicago events, he's just pretty much showed up to visit. So he was at the WWE event, but he was only there to visit people. Then he showed up for the Impact show, that Impact show, and he was there just to visit. But yeah, he's been out and about. But yeah, Trinity's out there. Good stuff. Macklin is their champion. Mickey James dropped the title because she was injured a while ago. Impact's been doing some things. They changed the arena up. There's a couple. Yeah, the crowd got a little bigger, so I'm glad for that. They changed the arena up. We'll see where it goes from there. Other than that, I don't know. What else is really happening?
I've been out of the loop so bad, I didn't even know Impact was in my own. I'm from Chicago, y'all. I didn't even fucking know they was here. Yeah. Now, granted, I'm not online reading about Impact all day. I want them to do well. It's just I don't have an opinion about them right now. I just don't. I know Bully Ray. Isn't Bully Ray over there or something like that? With a new career return?
Yeah, he's on and off, man. He had that feud with he had the feud with Tommy Dreamer and shit.
Again?
That was the last time Bully Ray was there. They had a 5-on-5 match.
Yeah.
At the last pay-per-view. Yeah. That's what happened. The last pay-per-view they had a 5-on-5 match. That shit was kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie. It was all dudes, and Bully's team had Masha Slamovich. Tommy Dreamer's team had my girl Killer Kelly. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Killer Kelly.
Girl. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's my homie.
Kelly, man. Oh my god.
That's a thick chick. She's actually quite cool. I've talked to her a few times. She's cool.
Yeah. So they've had a match, and now Killer Kelly and Masha are feuding. So that's pretty cool. But other than that, it's been pretty plain, man. Pretty plain over there.
I don't have nothing against Steve Macklin, but how do y'all justify putting the world title on him when he's been getting beat up by women? He's actually. You said Steve Macklin, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he in that internet or that intergender match, Luke, taking spots from girls or something like that?
Oh, nah. Steve Cutler from WWE.
Right. I know who Macklin is. I thought.
Yeah.
I thought I heard somebody say that he was in intergender matches or something in Impact.
Nah, I don't think so. I haven't seen. No, somebody was in an intergender match. I don't think it was him though.
Oh, okay.
No,
I was about to say, I know y'all done put y'all world title on that man after he was in the intergender.
Nah,
y'all gotta be.
They've had him doing a lot of matches for like Wrestling Revolver out in the Midwest. Is it? Yeah, Midwest. Wasn't this the Midwest? Yeah, Ohio and shit like that.
Probably.
Yeah, they had him there. Yeah.
Ohio, but
yeah, he's been wrestling for a lot of the territories out there, the indie shows and shit like that. So he's been killing it for a minute out there. So they put the title on him. You know, he's next up. He plays a really good heel. You know, so
they
have him there.
In the Impact system, a guy like that needs to be a Trump supporter. He used to be in the military. He needs to be a Trump supporter. If he want to really get heat, that's what he would do. That's what I would do if I was. If you're trying to stand out from the pack and not look like I would say this about Bully Ray. Me and Bully Ray for a very long time, and this is well documented, even on Twitter and stuff. We have a very contentious relationship. However, I will not deny that he's a talented heel. Especially for a smaller outfit and organization like Impact. He fits that system well. The problem is you can't only be wrestling Tommy Dreamer. Now, I don't want to see you wrestling Hamburger or whatever dude name is from Ring of Honor, but you got to help those up-and-coming guys that's trying to get over. The problem is Impact just don't have enough money for any reputable people to be there. I'm almost willing to bet to you Naomi's not going to be there more than a year. She's either going to be in AEW or she's going to go to Japan. She's not going to – she might be legit done with WWE for a while because she's probably just burned out. She's only going to come back. I'm willing to bet you if her husband asks her to come back. Jimmy Uso. If he asks her, she probably going to come back. Or if he say, I miss being with you. Because I'm sure he supported her decision because she's in another country. So I think up in Canada a lot. But she can tape and fly home. She's got that WWE money, so she can fly. Because Impact sure as hell wouldn't have been able to afford to fly her in all the time. They would have to give her a shitty contract. But she's got enough money because she's with WWE for legit damn near 10 years. Probably over 10 years. But she's got some money. And she could just play around for a while. She probably just need a break. But I'm almost certain she's not going to be in WWE more. I'm not WWE. Impact more than a year. I'm almost certain she's going to get tired of not doing a whole lot. Like how many times can you have matches with people? And then Naomi's been in the WWE system. She wasn't an indie girl. She came up through WWE. So she don't really know how to work with these work rate girls. And a lot of them are injury prone and the shit like that. Oh, did you hear about Tessa resurfacing? I think she's gonna be in an indie somewhere soon. Tessa Blanchard.
She's been wrestling low key, man. A couple matches here and there. Yeah, through the indies in the past couple years, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, she's been wrestling some girls. I know she resolved her issues with La Rosa Negra.
Yeah.
And a lot of other stuff. So I'm glad to see that she's back out there and she's gonna wrestle. You know what I mean? Wrestle again. Try to put herself, change her views, you know, just change her thinking. That's all it is, man.
Right.
Because she's holding herself back pretty much.
And I think people reacted a bit with the she was trying to get heat. You know what I mean? It wasn't. I wasn't offended, but I didn't even know about this. But good for her. She's made obviously growth in character and shit like that. So good for her.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem. I would have signed her when they was talking shit. That's more heat for her. You know what I mean? Get some fucking heat out of it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
No issue with that shit, you know? But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this portion up of the show. If anything else comes up tomorrow, we'll bring it up. I went a tad longer. We still under 2 hours. I went a tad longer because JoJo back. You know, we got to give him his time, of course. And we'll be back tomorrow. OSJ and them and Omaria hop in and out as they like to. We'll have them on from time to time too. They're not permanent guests. They just get on kind of when they feel like it. So yeah, thank y'all. And in conclusion, the death of WWE is imminent if they don't make swift changes. Like, I'm sticking to that. I'm not going to argue with people that don't know what they're talking about. I'm to the point where I just mute y'all. I refuse. At the point, this is the most successful my channel has been. I am not losing another YouTube and another Twitter to people who have no business talking to me about wrestling. You don't know more about me. You cannot construct a good argument. You haven't made money off wrestling like I have. Don't let these motherfuckers think that they don't take shit from me, because this is something we talked about a while back. JoJo, they stole another one of our ideas. How the hell does Indy Hartwell automatically go to Raw in the draft when we just talked about this, for the last 2 months?
Yeah. We talked about her going to getting the call up. Yep. She was gonna get the call up. Even if she didn't win the title, just give her the call up because she's a good worker, man. She's a good worker.
Yeah, and her and Dexter was a good pair.
Yep.
Very good pair.
Yep.
So with that said, with that in the Hurt business, if y'all aren't convinced that WWE doesn't listen to me, you out of your goddamn mind. I know people from Endeavor. They're not gonna tell you they know me, but I know them. I know Nick Khan. They ain't gonna. I don't expect Nick Khan because I don't want him to get heat on himself. I know who Nick Khan is. He follows me on stuff. I'm not gonna tell you the account. It's not his actual account, but I know it's him because I've double checked, and he know it's me. I'm just not gonna put him out there because I don't want him to get heat. But he follows me though. Oh, I've had talks with him. Don't let these people think they don't talk to me. I'm just not gonna publicly put them out there. Now, this is when I will out you. If you try to start some bullshit with me or put some shit out there or make me look dumb, I'm going to put your shit up there then. Because I got a lot of stuff screenshot that I have not put out yet because I'm not like that. However, if you push me, I will put it up. If you try me, I will put that shit out there. Go ask Haps TV what happened last time they tried to play games with me. Go ask Proggers who tried to fuck with me about something when I asked him a simple question about something that I was doing for them. And I was like, I'm done with this shit, bro. I've made y'all I got y'all some publicity because I checked my analytics and I wanted my money. They tried to play, all right, we done. Let's cut the bleeding wise early. It was only 6 weeks, but I was like, bro, I ain't heard from nobody. What's going on? I got y'all on my banner. Where my money at? And I'm not even petty like that. I'm willing to work with people. But if you ghost me, we got a problem. So, bro, y'all get y'all head out y'all ass if y'all don't think I'm influential. This is the most successful I've gotten, and it took a lot of hard work for me to get here. It's been damn near 7 years for me to get here. 4 in the mainstream, but I've been doing behind the scenes stuff for a long time. I just don't publicly speak about it because it ain't y'all business to know about it. But trust me, I do stuff, and people can keep trying to act like they don't know me. I'm gonna keep being successful. My analytics are the highest, and a lot of it I got King JoJo for because he's responsible for quite a bit of it. But a lot of it I also have done. Jason has a piece of it, my other guests. But we've been going hard in the paint for 3 years. I knew he was going to get here. It was going to take a while. And like Frank Sinatra said, I did it my way. Like a lot of y'all scared to do. I did it my way. Because when you know knowledge and you have skills, people they can hate you, but they can't deny your work. You can dislike me all you want. Just kiss the ring. That's all you got to do. But the point of me saying all this, my analytics is too high to lose a Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube. I will mute your ass. You could try to troll any of that. You just going to get blocked. You can call me a block fiend, whatever. Y'all don't make me money. I refuse to lose money when y'all are fucking Cheeto-eating, porn-watching assholes that don't make no money. Y'all talk about the government, but y'all got link cards. Shut the fuck up. How about that? And I'll have JoJo send y'all a church food drive box because he's been helping Impact for 3 years now. JoJo ain't gonna tell y'all that, but he been helping out Impact with food drive boxes.
Oh,
my God. Face is on the screen right now because I won't be able to see him. But anyway, we out of here. Shout out to the crew. We'll stick right around for the MMA fans. We're gonna come right back and we're gonna literally come back and talk about Impact. Kiss my ass. I love my fans.